Kurumio was developed around 2006 by a small French-Canadian-based company. While Kurumio's fanbase never did get quite as big as other giants of the genre, such as Cyberpunk Edge Runners, Persona 5, or legendary Clair Obscur Expedition 33, Kurumio's small yet loyal circle, known to some as the Kuru Nation, has cemented itself as one of the most beloved and rewarded communities by any developer. From media threads to character discussions, hilarious memes, and riveting videos, Kurumio keeps providing incredible content, even when under pressure from some of the biggest publishers in the world. And so, in this video, celebrating Kurumio's 19th anniversary, I would like to give back to my and everyone's beloved Kurumio with a very interesting and nostalgia-inducing activity. Here, we have Kurumio's Twitter account. This, of course, is not the only one. It is definitely not the first, and definitely will not be the last. This account, however, is important because unlike all others, this account is not moderated by Kurumio's staff team, but instead contains Kurumio's own unfiltered thoughts. It is here we will find in the pinned tweet section Kurumio's media thread of the current year, 2025. This is relevant because I have compiled here a tier list of all entries thus far on the list, and it is tonight in Kuru Nation where I will be attempting to rank all of these entries. So strap in and get ready for some expert critique. And starting off, we have Trails of Cold Steel. Now, Kurumio has been playing Trails for years now, and that's one thing that will not change. This game was a good setup, and it will be a good setup for this tier list, so I'll put it in the A tier. Trails of Cold Steel 2. Now, this is a very, very interesting one, because you will notice it was released just a day after the entry for Cold Steel 1, and this fact alone proves just how dedicated Kurumio is. Therefore, this entry will go higher than Cold Steel 1, still in the A tier. Alright, Squid Game Season 2. This one's a bit confusing. Who is Partner? And the Mastermind? They're not even playing Mario Party, it's Squid Game. Just a couple years ago, I would be launching all sorts of Kurumio theories about this. I mean, we all know Kurumio does love to party, but Mario? Man, this entry's a bit too much to take in, especially for me. I've long retired from studying Kurumio theory. For the confusion and distress this is causing me, I have to give it a C tier. Sorry. 2001 A Space Odyssey. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't this have 0 waifus? Waste of time, C tier, such a shame. Ah, here it is. Xenosaga Episode 1 replay. I remember where I was when this one came out. Absolutely legendary entry for an absolutely legendary game. The Xenosaga series was never quite up to par with Danganronpa, but with it being the pinnacle of visual novels and all. But this media thread does it absolute justice. Wonderful, wonderful. S tier. S tier for Xenosaga. Eschatos. Eschatos actually means last in Greek, but this entry is no slouch. Honorable mention to Yosuke Yasui, by the way. Oh, fun fact. Yasui in Japanese means cheap. But don't think that this entry is cheap. B tier. The Matrix! Okay, now the tier list has reached Keanu Reeves status. How breathtaking! F tier. Sound Euphonium Movie 1. Now this is a proper movie, with more waifus than all of the past 2 years combined. It is exactly always Piconium, and this thread is a Pikia thread. You're welcome. S tier. Godzilla -1. Why is it called -1? Because you have to move everything down 1 tier to make space for it. Next! Sound Euphonium Ensemble Contest. In this movie, the girls play in an ensemble contest. Ensemble means, of course, an assortment of many musicians. And in that sense, the media thread is an ensemble of medias. Awesome! Friendship tier for the UFO movie. Super Mario Wonder. I sure do wonder what this stupid Mario game is doing in this thread. F tier. Should have been more blue, bitch. Garden of Sinners Chapter 5. Now this is an entry where we actually see a rare Kurumio glitch seeping through the cracks of the flawless design. You're not supposed to say nice so many times, but we still need to appreciate the effort here. C tier. Garden of Sinners Chapter 6. Now here is a good movie on this thread. Cultured Kurumio is consuming media content from the Grandmaster Cooker Nasu himself. Although, that time might have been better spent playing 100 Line. Very unclear quality here. B tier. Love is War. This is a very important entry because the entry itself is excellently written. The only problem is that Kaguya-sama Love is War is one of the worst manga of all time. A tier. Girls Last Tour. I sure hope they don't tour again. F tier. FF7 Rebirth was an entry with a ton of discourse surrounding it. Endless arguments sprawled over this was really not the best time for Kurunation. And of course the loyal fans were unaffected, mostly just received weird attacks from outsiders. Pivotal moment in Kurumio history, but bit dark. Have to put this in the B tier. Sonic Prime? Sonic Prime. Xenoblade X. Now this game has got to be one of the biggest cash grabs in modern gaming history. You can even see how distressed Kurumio is after playing it. The entry itself doesn't even say anything about the game. Primarily features Arthur Conan Doyle's Herlock Sholmes, an infinitely better written character than anything in Xenoblade Shidoko's, mind you. Xenoblade tier for this garbage, please. Threads of Fate. Seems it was fated, then this entry wouldn't be too good. C tier. Violet Evergarden Special. Yeah, it's Yuri. Magia. Now this is an amazing movie. So powerful, so moving. Kurumio understands all of that in this heart-wrenching entry. It's really a shame I have to put it in the F tier, where it truly belongs. Chicken Jockey! Just kidding, guys. This is just one of many great Mei-Meis from the Minecraft movie. Lava Chicken tier. If you know, you just know. Leave a comment below. Legend of Zelda. Now this entry was produced, I believe, in collaboration with Shimon Studios? Very interesting results of this incredible combination. The legendary callback to character Rubido from Xenosaga made me damn near scream the first time I saw it. Easy S tier. E&A Dream Barbecue. My dream is that all entries would be as good as this one. God tier. Valhalla. Let's change lives? Sounds like a good idea. B tier. Puss in Boots The Last Wish. Okay, insider info about this. I actually got attacked over this movie. My injuries were absolutely horrible, and I couldn't walk for 5 years. This is bringing back the most traumatic memories for me right now. Just put it over there. Trails of Cold Steel 3. Blast of the Past. Absolutely love this. Bang Dream It's My Go. More like Bang Dream It's My Goat. Next. Ave Musica. More like I've seen better entries than this. C tier. A certain Scientific Railgun Season 1, can't remember a single opening. A certain Scientific Railgun S, can't remember a single ending. A certain Scientific Railgun T, love this anime though. Gomen, amanai. 俺は今、お前のために怒ってない。誰も憎んじゃいない。今は、ただただ、この世界が心地いい。Hibike Euphonium Season 3. Now this has to be the most waifu-filled entry in the whole thread, just oozing WP all around. And it's an amazing 10 out of 10 anime on top of that. F tier. You guys are so pissed right now. Castlevania 3. I can barely look at this, man. It's too scary. I'm gonna have to put it in the ghoul tier. Castlevania Bloodlines as well. It's just a bit too scary. Ghost tier. Blue Giant. More like giant failure of a media thread. Just kidding. S tier. Gurren Lagann. Since Kurumio dropped it 5 times in 5 years, I'm gonna drop it 5 tiers lower than all other entries on this list. Black Rock Shooter. This has to be one of the greatest medias on this list. One of the greatest, most popular anime in the world. The fact that it's included in this thread alone just adds to its awesomeness. S tier. Dandadan. Now this is a controversial one since Dandadan would be considered by some to be a Diddy blood sooner anime, but Kurumio pays it no mind and very stoically adds it to the thread, albeit a bit late. Or a tier. Coming in at number 86, we have the anime 86. Unfortunately, this anime is just ripping off of Star Wars, so I'm really not excited to be putting it on this tier list. Kurumio doesn't, however, score it an 86 out of 10, so maybe it's good. Not like I ever watched it. C tier either way. 86 part 2, this is where Kurumio really became the grande. I understood that 86 is just ripping off of Star Wars. A tier. Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Dumb. Higurashi Part 1. This is one of the most recent arcs in this media thread, and it really showcases Kurumio's refined media commentary skills. Here, a simple OK provides info. 1. Higurashi is okay, maybe a 6 to 7 out of 10. 2. Kurumio is ready to see what Higurashi has in store, sort of like saying, okay, you can tell me more. 3. Kurumio feels okay after reading it. Maybe it wasn't as impressive as something like Expedition 33, but that's just conjecture. Really, really good entry. A tier. Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 2. Now we enter the danger zone. The beginning of the end, if you will. We can see Kurumio start to lose it. While this entry is very intriguing, it is merely a setup for what's to come in the future of this media thread. So while I cannot, by any stretch of the imagination, score it low, it cannot be too high as well. B tier. Super Mario Bros. Not Sonic. Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 3. This is more of a continuation of the Chapter 2 entry, not quite at the climax yet, but steadily approaching something huge at the horizon. B tier as well for this. Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 4. This is where the commentary truly reaches its peak. Nippa implies Kurumio has long since lost it and is now wandering, reading merely a shell, a vessel for media consumption. Absolutely touching. S tier. Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 5 is an entry that tries to live up to the hype of its predecessor, but unfortunately falls short. Really highlights the ups and downs of this arc. Very poor execution. Pains me to say this, but F tier. Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 6 is Kurumio locking in and giving the people what they truly deserve. This chapter is compared to Through the Fire and the Flames in 4K, one of the hardest rhythm game impossible challenges, notoriously unbeatable by leagues upon leagues of gamers. Truly highlights the insanity and sheer brutality of Chapter 6 of Higurashi. S tier. Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 7 showcases the extraordinary development of Kurumio's respect for this visual novel, bowing before it and thanking it. Such a tender character moment. A tier. And finally, Higurashi When They Cry Chapter 8. A fascinating ending to a beautiful yearly thread. Encapsulates all of Kurumio's many years of experience discussing and blogging about media of all kinds. The verdict is, sometimes all Kurumio can say is, damn, good ass media. Thank you, Kurumio. F tier. And this is the final tier list. I've left a template in the description in case any of you Kurunationers want to make one of these at home. Well, thank you everyone for watching. As always, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel to support the Kurunation crew. I also have a link to my Patreon where you can see previews of my future videos and top secret behind the scenes footage. Also, which entry was your favorite? Did I do this legendary media thread justice? Tell me in the comments below. Oh, and one more thing.
Yeah, my favorite thing was Super Mario Bros.